Hi folks, it's Michael here from HubGames. Yes, no longer the Creativity Hub. As you are hopefully aware, we have rebranded. And that's why we've not really had any HubDates videos over the last wee while. Well, that combined with the fact that literally everybody in the office was completely and utterly taken down with sickness, and we all had to go to Nuremberg for the Nuremberg Toy Fair, which we have all now returned from. It was an awesome time, and we will tell you more about that shortly. But anyway, hello, how are you? Lovely to see you and all that jazz. I am Michael, your cordial host here on the HubDates, and from now onwards, you can pretty much expect an update every week or so about what's going on here at HubGames. So of course the big news is, like I said, we have been to Nuremberg, where it's essentially the biggest toys and games trade show on earth. We are talking like huge aircraft hangar style size buildings full of stuff, not just games but also toys, costumes, accessories, weird branded stuff that you never thought would ever exist in your life. I got to check out an awful lot of cool stuff from other companies, but of course while we were there we were showing off and demoing stuff like Blank and Untold to retailers from all around the world, to distributors from all around the world. So hopefully we're going to be getting our games into an awful lot more stores all around this big beautiful planet we called Earth. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Also organizing hopefully localized versions of our games as well, and we'll be able to give you a bit more news as those come along. The first one that we can talk about, of course, is one that's already been announced. The German version of Untold Adventures Await is going to be available very, very soon indeed. We're looking at sort of Q2 of this year. So yes, if you are looking for the German language version, please keep an eye out. It's gonna be out pretty soon. Like I said, we'll be able to say a little bit more about other localized versions soon, so do subscribe, keep an eye on our Twitter feed as well. That's always a good thing. We are HubGames, and yeah, you'll be able to find out more information about what's going on and stuff. Now, we also had a very, very positive response to our new game that we sort of stealth announced, and that's going to be coming out in October at the Essen show, again, back in Germany. And that, of course, is Holding On, The Troubled Life of Billy Kerr. And in all honesty, I was a bit worried about it. I didn't know if it was going to be well received or anything. I had no clue. Literally just before we went to Nuremberg, we had Eric from BGG. He was kind enough to make the posting, the listing on Board Game Geek live, and that was pretty cool. We put a brief description up of the game, and then we also put up one single image, and then all of a sudden, choo-choo, the hype train started rolling. Which is great, because people are super excited about this game that I've been working on, that Roy has been working on. So it's a nice sort of like awesome collaboration, and it's really exciting. It is like super exciting to see people not only interested in the game itself, but also really sort of like up for the theme, which is very, very different. Of course, if you haven't heard about it, well, where have you been? What rock have you been under? But the idea is, you are working in a hospital, and this guy, Billy Kerr, he's 60, he had a heart attack on a flight from Sydney, Australia, and you know nothing about him. The idea behind the game is to build up trust with him, to gain his trust, and then to speak to him, to talk to him, to find out the story of his life. The idea behind Holding On is that he's holding on to certain memories, to certain secrets, and you as players need to collaboratively work together to unveil these secrets over the course of 6 separate scenarios. Now, we didn't say much more than that, but I can now tell you a little bit more. So, this is how the game works. So every day there's going to be 3 shifts that need to be covered by players and the support staff. So these are like non-player characters, non-player pawns that you can use to cover the different shifts. These are revealed and resolved one by one, so it's like 3 separate cards, and each day a different player is the shift manager. They have the final say as to where players are going to go, but when players are sent to the different cards, each of which have different amounts of worker slots on them, the most senior player, in other words the player who was there first, gets the final say on what's going to actually happen on that card, whether they're going to try and develop the trust or whether they're going to try and push to reveal more memories. So once on a shift, the senior player, they decide what action is going to be taken, and this sort of leads to an awful lot of discussion. It leads to an awful lot of, should we do this? Should we do that? Should we try and push this poor ill gentleman a little bit further and try and reveal more things in order to hit the objective that the scenario wants us to reveal and attain? Or do we just try and keep him alive for as long as possible to try and make sure that everything is potentially going to work out a little bit better for us later down the line? And yeah, I'm not going to say much more than that. I'm going to keep it a little bit more secret. But of course, if you subscribe to more HubDates, you will see more stuff as we unveil more cool things about the game. So yeah, boil it down. It's cooperative worker placement that looks to unveil a story, but of course, as different memories are unveiled and revealed to the players in different orders, everybody's perception of Billy as a central character is going to be very, very different indeed. Like I say, keep an eye out. Cool things will be revealed soon enough. Next week, we actually have the artist, Bryn, who is coming over from the mainland. He's coming over to Belfast for a few days to meet with us here at the office. I'll see if I can get him on camera and see if he'd be willing to talk a little bit about the art style that we're going for. But yeah, it's a beautiful looking game already. It's super evocative. We think the storyline is very compelling, and an awful lot of people out there have it on their wish lists already, which is beautiful and wonderful and flattering and scary and terrifying and awesome. If you'd like to find out more information, you can do. Head on over to BoardGameGeek.com. Look for Holding On, The Troubled Life of Billy Kerr, and then get involved, because we want as much input from you folks, from you, the players, as possible. Because it's going to help us make this game even better. It's already been sent out to play testers, the first build. We came back, we rejigged it, we rebuilt it from the ground up. We've made it way, way better than that first round of playtesting originally was. I'm really, really happy with it, but there's still a ton of work to go to make sure the storyline is perfect, and make sure that everything is just the very best that it can be, which at Hub Games, that's what we want. We want our games to literally be the best that they can be. These games with heart, games that give you an emotional punch, games that make you talk at the table, that make you discuss what you've done hours, days later. I want people to be sending a text message 4 days after you've played this game because you're still angry about a decision that somebody else made. But still, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be cool. So yeah, keep an eye on further updates for more information. Now that's kind of all we've got for today. I'm working on a few other prototypes, developing a few things that I saw at Nuremberg, trying to get all the ideas out of here and onto paper. So who knows, you may see some other things in the near future from us as well. But for now, as ever, thank you for watching. If you would like to follow us, you know what to do. Head over to twitter.com and look for We Are Hub Games, all one word, and yeah, interact with us. Say hi, say hello, tell us more things about Holding On, Michael. Stop withholding information. Of course, you can also subscribe to us on the YouTube channel as well, which hopefully you're already watching on. That would be good. But for now, yeah, we'll see you again for another HubDate next week. Until then, later.